you're telling me that Scott Stapp looks a lot like, you said Henry Rollins?
Yeah.
Scott Stapp and Henry Rollins could be the same guy.
Could be.
Yeah. So like I was telling you, my aunt said that if I don't tell anybody, then I can still get into heaven. Hey everybody, welcome to Grown Man Record Night. We appreciate you joining us here on a Friday night where we get up and get down.
Well,
911 is a joke in your town, Jay.
I got up really early this morning.
I have had a hell of a week. It's been a shit box of a week. I didn't even think I was going to have a program. I've been so tired. I don't know if you guys heard the big Marine helicopter crash this week. Had to go down to Cherry Point and Camp Lejeune and cover that stuff. So I've been out of town, no sleep, just bonker 30.
No sleep till Brooklyn, as they say.
Something. Well, it was something, and I'm still not bright from it, and I'm tired, so tired. And it's hot in here, and it's got a whole thing going on, man.
Well, I quit my job this week to start a band.
Yeah. What you gonna do? What you gonna name it?
I haven't decided yet, but yeah, I just woke up Wednesday morning, so I'm gonna quit my job today. So I'm gonna start a band and be famous.
Butt band.
Yeah.
Start a butt band.
Yeah, I don't know. I might do something original. Yeah, so
exciting. So Steve's not here this week.
Hopefully he's watching.
I think Steve is gonna go down to Georgia.
The devil went down to Georgia, is what somebody said.
And so Steve's doing that.
We should play the Georgia playlist for Steve, like the
Georgia Satellites. What about the Allman Brothers? You like Allman Brothers, Jay?
I was thinking stuff with like Georgia in the title. Like could play our Harlem Globetrotters records with Sweet Georgia Brown.
Sweet Georgia Brown. What about
Georgia on My Mind?
What about what about that other group? What about that group that had that song? Remember that group?
Nickelback.
No, you know
Why did they get such a bad rap? I was thinking about
because they're terrible music, Jay.
Well, it's not. It's catchy, you know. It's top 40.
So Nickelback's catchy is what you're telling me right now.
Catchy.
Nickelback is catchy, says Jay.
They got, what do you call them?
This is July
13th.
Nope.
14th. They had some catchy, what do they call them? Hooks back in the day. You know?
I don't
know. I'm not saying I'm a fan.
I don't know
any of the
words that you're saying.
My dad offered me tickets to go see them.
Really?
Which is funny. Yeah, somebody in his office had some, and they couldn't give them away. And my dad called me and said, "You want to go to Nickelback?" Well, he didn't say it like that. He's like, "You want to go see some band, Nickel
30?"
And
I think you're trying to say Glass Tiger.
Yeah. And I said no thanks, of course. And
But shit, man, I wasn't even going to do a show. I just been all messed up, so I kind of threw some stuff together. Not been able to get into any like thrift stores, record stores too much this week. And
I bought some speakers this week. I didn't tell you.
You bought some speakers?
Yeah, like what you're looking for. I found some. I don't have a picture. They're DBX speakers. You know who DBX is?
David Bradley Experience.
Exactly. But no, they're old DBX. They're called floor speakers.
Okay.
They look like floor monitors, but they're actual speakers. They're like the size of yours.
Oh.
But they're shaped like triangular.
Oh, really?
Whatnot, and you lay them flat. Yeah.
Weird.
Got them at Goodwill for, I'm not going to tell you how much because you're getting mad. So.
Cheap. Good deal?
Yeah.
I'm not. What would you get mad at that?
$5 each.
$5 each.
10
So they
for the
were
pair.
priced a piece.
They were 10 for the pair.
There's nothing wrong with that.
They're in good shape.
You tried them out?
No,
Ooh.
everything's there. I inspected them. I pulled
So
the.
it could sound like a butt donkey.
I pulled the thing.
It could sound like a
Well,
butt
for
donkey.
$10, I'll take it again.
Yeah.
But I'll repurpose them if they don't.
I've lost more money than that betting whether or not the waitress falls down before she brings me my shit.
Hell yeah! Hey, did you hear about the Donnie Wahlberg thing? Did you hear about that?
Something in Waffle House
He tipped a waitress $2,000 or something.
in
like
Charlotte.
That. In Charlotte.
Actually-
they played Charlotte last night, I think.
You know, it's funny. I edited that. I cut that to put it on the TV.
Yeah.
But I didn't really watch it. I just kind of zip, and I didn't really read the script. But I did see Donnie Wahlberg, Charlotte. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Wahlberg, Charlotte, Waffle House. Yep, and I threw it through.
Yeah, he
but
tipped the girl. And what
that's pretty cool, man.
What was the funny part is, I think the girl knew him from Blue Bloods.
Oh, that's okay.
That's like something my parents would do. You
What
know?
about I Heart Huckabees?
Huh?
Great.
You're a big Blue Bloods fan, are you?
No.
It's a good show.
My parents like it.
My parents love it.
Yeah, because they're 70. That's why my parents love it.
Time out.
What are you doing? Oh no. Oh, we had some incense that fell down.
Time in.
Jay was afraid I was going to catch
That's
the...
poured Zach Morris on you right there.
Yeah,
Time out.
afraid I was going to catch the studio on fire here.
Here, Kel. Take a hit.
Yeah, shitty week. Because wasn't going to do a show.
That's why I just quit my job.
But-
But have shitty weeks. you know?
But at the end of today, I was like, you know what? I'm making time, and it ended up making the show start later. I'm going to a record store, GD. So I went to a record store. My good buddy Jonathan, the Underdog Records in Winston-Salem.
Yeah.
And I went in there and I found some great stuff, and I'm glad I did. Then I went to the grocery store because I've been out of stuff for all week, and made up for a lot of problems. I made up for a lot of problems. I do want to say one thing. Okay, one thing. I noticed when I was in the record store,
Yeah.
Boris had a new album that came out today.
Oh, really? I didn't know about this. You told me earlier.
No, I knew they were coming out with a new record, and I'm like, what is this Boris record? And the guy was like, came out today. I'm like, are you shitting me? So there's a new Boris record out that I'm really stoked.
Have you?
The new Melvins came out, and I saw it in there. It's in like this. No, I didn't buy it, but it's in this box. The Melvins
No,
thing. No, I know, but the Melvins is in this box thing. It's like $36, and I'm like,
That's a lot for a
nope.
Melvins record.
Yeah, and then the Boris was 25 or whatever, which is a straight price.
Those Melvins reissues were cheap, like $15, weren't they?
And I'm sure this is packaged appropriate. Melvins are never ripping you off. I mean, you get what you pay for sure.
Yeah.
But it's just not something I'm into right now.
They're coming around here pretty soon.
They are. I wanted to talk about something in the VC, Jay.
Yeah.
It's funny. Earlier in the week, Chris from Dixieland Farm had posted a thing about how the VC has changed and how you watch videos on YouTube, not for the records but the record collectors, the unique and different personalities. Some people are weird and It doesn't have to be a professor percussion about everything. You know what I mean? It's a nice balance of entertainment and for funsies. And that's what I said. There's half people that I watch that show records that I'm just like, oh man. I remember when I was first learning about psych records and watching some of Zeke's videos where it was just like crazy psych record after, and I'm like literally like scribbling shit down.
Yeah.
So that's one of those.
Yeah.
And he's a fun and entertaining guy too. Then we got Metal Theologian. Same shit. A lot of metal records from an era that I'm not, I know some of the stuff, but he knows a lot more stuff. I'm writing shit down. Mm-hmm. And that's great. And there's other people, like my man Deep Crates, the first record collector I ever watched videos of on YouTube. Dude wearing a wrestling mask, talking shit, and he just kind of digs stuff from thrift stores, and he talks about action figures and a lot of the stuff that I like. And he's entertaining. I mean, he really hips you to some music stuff from time to time, but aside from all that, he's just an entertaining guy. So I do a mix of that. But to that point, something I saw today, somebody posted on the Facebook page that some member of the VC, and I'm not going to name names. It's not a guy that, a guy I knew of, but I don't follow, and I don't know anything about him. I'm sure he's the greatest guy in the world. But says, goodbye VC. I'm not doing this anymore. I can't keep up with people. People spend all this money on records, blah, 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 and I just can't, And I see that. Like sometimes you see like, a new Bowie reissue comes out, and it's like, oh, it's $47. And everybody's like, here's my copy, here's my copy, here's my copy. Mm-hmm. And you're like, I'm not really going to drop $50 on a record right now. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I choose to do that because I'm cheap. Some other people may choose it to not do it because they can't. They literally can't do that. But I don't think record collecting and money have anything to do with one another, or they don't have to. I've gotten so many great things for less than $1. We do the bargain bucket segment here on the show all the time.
That's what it's all about.
I mean, just last week, man, just last week on the program, you saw me hold up all those sealed records for 49 cents. And about 3 weeks ago, you saw me hold up all those records that were Blue Note and Impulse and that crazy shit, and they were all from Goodwill for 75 cents a piece. So don't tell me all this bullshit about having all this money to keep up with the Joneses. And now maybe your thrift stores just suck, and I ain't trying to call nobody out and be a fucking asshole about nothing.
Hey, you are.
But
you are. You're being one right now.
Don't make videos. Don't be involved. You don't have to. It's not. If you like playing racquetball or
make a racquetball,
whatever, then you go play racquetball. But don't tell me the reason you're not doing it is because you don't have money to do it. Because it's not all $40, $50 reissues and buying crazy records on Discogs that are rare and in perfect shape and whatever. Because that shit's expensive. If that's your bag and you got money for it, great.
Well, that's kind of what this show started on, was
bullshit.
Records, right?
Cheap records and sifting through, and the first year or so, I'm just like, anything that had a funny cover at a Goodwill was coming home with me,
Mm-hmm.
But I've had to start being a little more discriminating about it now. But I don't know. That shit just kind of bothers me. It's just like, that's not. I mean, don't say that's why you're not doing it anymore.
It's not the American way.
It's not the American way. Go join Khrushchev. You guys like the Khrushchevs? Yeah, I don't know. And it was just
I don't know either, Mike. I'm gonna be honest with you.
And I see lots of people posting shit that I can't afford, or I'm too cheap to buy. Let's be honest. I can afford it. I'm too cheap to buy it.
I'm the cheapest thing there's ever been.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's why I loved record shopping with Chris and Dave from VC, Chris from Dixieland Farm and DJ Thunder in 1970. Because these cats went straight for the dollar bins in a record store, like bypassed all the. Me and Steve go up to we're buying $5, $6 records that were good stuff. We're not buying the $30, $40 records, but these guys go right for the dollar records and find good shit all day long.
Yeah, absolutely.
All day long. It was cool. I mean,
yeah. I think it's best when you go record shopping is to go in there with an open mind.
And an open heart, Jay.
Yeah, because chances are you're not going to find that, that Oak Ridge Boys pet sounds,
All right.
But no, I mean, if you think you're going there and find like a 19.
You're not going to find Beatles records in thrift stores every time. It's just not.
So.
But you will. You will do that. You just got to put in your time or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll flip that one in a second when we start going to records. Hey, tumultuous time in the country, but all is saved. All is saved because word came down today that I saw Kid Rock is going to be running for a Senate seat in next year to challenge Democrat Debbie Stabenow of Michigan. So he's going to run for Senate up in Michigan, and so all our problems are going to be solved because Kid Rock's going to come in to the Congress and make everything better because he's definitely made music so much better so that he can't not just come in and fix the government because his music is so good and I enjoy listening to it most of the time. That's how good his music is. Kid Rock. Ball with a ball. The bang, diggy.
You don't
Jibby,
like
jibby,
them,
jibby,
dude.
up jump
I
the
never heard you
boogie.
say you like them.
Ball with a ball. Yeah, so we're all good.
You like the Twisted Trucker Band.
No.
That's the name of his band, the Twisted Trucker Band.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, so you really don't like Kid Rock.
No, I don't like Kid Rock.
Oh.
Like Hank III said,
I thought you really liked him.
Kid Rock doesn't come from where I come from. It's true. He's a Yank. He ain't no son of Hank. And if you thought so, goddamn, you're fucking dumb. Hank III. There we go.
Does he claim to be?
Son of Hank.
Who does?
Kid Rock. Not actually, but
That's his nickname or something like that?
he likes to say he's the son of Hank.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
You learn something new by watching this show, don't you?
You learn something nude by watching this show.
Yeah. I'll go back and learn it again tomorrow, probably.
I don't care about saying anything else about anything, so we're going to talk about the record albums that we
Steve
played.
would say, let's speed this thing up.
Let's speed this thing up. This train's got to hit
Steve's good at managing a show.
it's got to be able to hit the rocks at a high enough speed that it kills us both. So let's start with what we played. I came in late to the show because I went to the record store and then had to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And trying to clean up the house. It was so freaking hot in here, and I'm cleaning up the house.
For me.
I'm dripping in sweat, and I'm like, man, and I still got to take a turkey before we start doing the show. And so I'm going to throw on a record to play. I'll get us online and get us on streaming, but I'm going to play a record while I'm taking a turkey in the other room.
Of
And
course.
my turkey record was Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. You know, brutal cover. I really liked this record. Played this tonight. It's just good, man. I don't care. I really liked playing that record
It's
tonight.
got All Night Long on it.
All night long.
Hello?
All night. It was a great record.
Hello.
I don't care what anybody says.
What year is this? Like 82, 83-ish? Oh, that's a great gatefold there for you.
Oh, look at there now. Get that on up there close now.
He's pole
Hey,
dancing.
you can flip that record while you're up there.
He's pole dancing.
He's pole dancing. Why does he have a white pole? He should have a black pole. He's a black man. There's nothing wrong with that. Black men have black poles and white men have white poles. And I feel like that just doesn't represent something I left on the turntable from last week. Last thing we played, I guess, is this great Earth record, Hex and the Infernal Hex, or for printing in the Infernal Method. What a great freaking record this is. If you don't know Earth and what they do with some of their more modern records when they got out of doing noise and drone shit, pioneers of drone, fantastic stuff, and it's worth really checking out. And they're big fan of them here on the program. Players Association, we got that groove. This is something I picked up at Goodwill, speaking of which, last week I think, or the week before. Very disco, but very funky at the same time. 1980. It's got that electro vibe to it, but on that disco side of things. And it's not a record that I'm disappointed that I purchased for 75 cents, for sure. Had some funky jams, and some classic kind of grown man record night vibes, of that funky vibe that we really started with here on the show. Pulled out the greatest of Stan Getz, Roost. It's on the old Roost.
Rooster label.
Roost. Great. I love this cover. That'd be a great tattoo.
Yeah, why don't you go get one?
Look at that tattoo. That would be a great tattoo. God, I'm sweating. I'm sweating like a Johnson City anchor over here, Jay. Our video cassette finished rewinding over there.
Johnson City, Tennessee?
Yeah, it's a very small market, so an anchor up there would probably be a new person that's sweating because they're nervous.
Oh,
That's a TV joke. I'm sorry, everybody. Really wanted to hear. I got that sealed Elvis Presley record last week, and it made me. The only thing Elvis ever makes me want to do is listen to some Carl Perkins, baby, because he's the real man on here. The Sun. It's on the Sun label.
God damn it.
Blue suede shoes. And let me tell you what, man. Carl Perkins all day long.
These goddamn things all over me over here. My
What is
feet.
it? A bull cat? Bull Hoyle cat?
There's goddamn bugs on my feet.
Bugs on my feet.
.com. Just trademarked it.
Okay.
By the way, let me go ahead and promote the U.S. Lawn Dart Federation coming in
Go do that. I'm going to grab a beer
March
tray.
of 2018. No, that's all I got to say.
No.
March of 2018.
Remind us about lawn darts. You guys remember playing lawn darts when you were younger? Tell us about it, Jay.
I've never played.
I did.
I've never played, but I pitched the idea to NBC, and I think they're going to pick it up next. We're looking at March or April. I met with Brandon Tartikoff last week.
There's got to be a way to draw my balls off.
But we're talking about they're thinking more of the extreme side. So like extreme lawn darts is what they're thinking.
Oh, I mean, wow.
But I pitched it to them, and it went well, and I think they're going to pick it up. Me and my partner.
Jerry, I'm busting, Jerry.
So
I like lawn darts.
I've never played. So I won't be playing on TV, just so you know. I'll be behind the camera. But yeah, I've been in the process of writing a rule book as we speak.
I like rules.
Yeah. So it'll be definitely, it's definitely modified from the original backyard version
Sure.
that most Americans played. We'll put some twists and turns in there. Just try to surprise people, make it extreme lawn darts.
Make it extreme.
Yeah.
Like Flimbach. Me and a cameraman invented a game called Flimbach that was tackle basketball.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
In the kitchen.
Anyway, Steve posted something this Steve posted something
Gotta go into work.
yesterday. Very exciting. King Crimson is going to be coming to Raleigh, which is about an hour and a half from here. Very exciting. And they're touring with 3 drummers, and they put them toward the front of the stage, and then everybody else behind them. They're coming in October. So I have a chance to see King Crimson, which right now I have good intentions of doing. You guys know how that'll work out. But still, it sounds good in my head right now.
What's a King Crimson show like? I mean, is it a sit-down show, or is it a...
I don't know. I guess it depends on where they play. They're all older now.
Right.
Of course, technically, I'm older than when I started that sentence, so what the hell does that mean? So because of that, I pulled out probably my second favorite King... No, I don't know.
Come on, say it.
Say it. I can't rate King Crimson albums. They're Ever Perfect Pair, and I played the title track, that side, which is side 1, I guess. Terrific album. The 80s King Crimson, I guess, or later King Crimson. What year was that? Well, someone's going to wipe me up for this.
84.
84? Yeah. And I love the first album, of course. Court of the Crimson King. In the Wake of Poseidon, both of those two, and then my other two, those two kind of together for me, and the other two I kind of put together is Red and 3 of a Perfect Pair. Probably those are my top 4. I mean, hell, that's not even ranking shit when you're doing 4 there. Hard to rate those for me.
So I bet Steve will definitely go to that show. Man,
Steve's probably definitely going to go to that show.
Because in King Crimson's probably one of his top 5 for sure.
Probably his favorite band.
His favorite?
Pink Floyd or King Crimson.
I thought Pink Floyd was.
Then followed by Led Zeppelin and then Black Sabbath, probably.
Yeah, so I think Steve will probably go.
I think I just guessed. It's like I'm married to Steve. I think I knew that already.
Yeah. We're just dating.
We're dating. It's not
learning.
serious.
I'm just learning.
And I wanted something just to roll up into a tight knot and cram it right into my buddy Hoyle. And I said, hey, how about the side 2 of Coltrane's My Favorite Things? You really can't go with that. This is the first Coltrane I was ever really exposed to. Something I bought when I was a little kid.
Y'all got John Coltrane.
Y'all got any John Coltrane?
Was the one?
That's the one. It was on cassette though. And that was my first experience with John
Is that
Coltrane.
Rose's?
No, Jerry's Records and Tapes. Jerry with a G, but no I, with a Y. Jerry with a G.
Yeah. Interesting.
Jerry.
Jerry Mander,
Um,
good friend of mine.
Jerry.
Ack. Jerry Ack.
God, I was gonna play the Jerry video.
Oh, Jerry Belson?
I mean,
Who is Jerry Belson, by the way?
he's a writer,
Who's Jerry Davis?
a writer-producer.
Okay. So they weren't on-screen actors.
No, not at all. I can't find it. I don't know what it's called. I wonder if I did this. Hang on, Jay. Hang on, Jay.
I'm right here. I ain't going
Are you?
anywhere.
Wait. Okay, I found it.
Okay.
So, speaking of Jerry's Records and Tapes,
Jerry Belson or Jerry Davis?
Davis.
Why?
Sounds like a better name.
Belson,
Why?
because it's a B.
Jerry Davis.
Why?
I just think he's underrated. Jerry Davis.
Why Jerry Davis?
I have no idea who those people are, and so I just picked one.
Jerry Belson because it starts with a first.
Jerry Davis,
Why?
because it's the second one.
Jerry Belson or Jerry Davis?
I don't know who either of those are.
Yes, you do. Pick one.
Jerry Belson or Jerry Davis? Jerry Davis?
Jerry Belson or Jerry Davis?
Jerry McBride.
Why?
Because he's my boss.
Yeah, I just got one question for you. Jerry Belson or Jerry Davis?
Jerry Davis.
Why?
I like the last name.
Okay.
I don't know. It's the age-old question: Belson or Davis. Last record we played, Jay requested this. Jay brought over some "Wish You Were Here."
Yeah, I
right?
did bring Wish You Were Here.
And it said he really wanted to hear Animals, and I was like, well, I've got Animals.
Yeah, I've got two just stored away, and I didn't want to go
And
digging, you know.
so I busted outside one of the Animals, which is, pretty damn great shit.
Yeah, this is a very, very, very underrated record.
You think it's underrated?
In the rock landscape.
In regular Peopleville.
Yeah, in
I think record collector,
everyday
music people
this is,
really, really know what's up with Animals.
yeah.
But your average classic rock radio listener probably doesn't.
Yes, exactly. You're not going to hear some local classic rock station. I've got the 8-track and that sounds really good, actually. Probably the
that's
best
right.
sounding 8-track I have.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, because I'm going to see Roger Waters. Steve, obviously. Roger Waters
that's
is going to
right.
be here Tuesday night.
This coming Tuesday.
Yeah, in
Oh,
Greensboro, which you don't have to travel for.
shit. Yeah.
So
You're telling me I should go see it.
I got my tickets the other day. Still plenty of
Cheap tickets?
Yeah.
Cheap tickets.
For him, yes.
Still plenty.
Yeah. For Roger Waters, yes. Go, and we'll get up and we'll parking lot full. We'll
Party
go
in
in that
parking
thing.
lot, keep her coming here.
It's a good set list though, but he plays Pigs and what's the other ones?
Dogs.
Yeah. So he plays like the first side of this record, basically.
Oh, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And I think he does. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Then where did you get that
I
from?
might have just dreamt that up last night, actually.
You said it with such certainty.
Because
I mean, you just came right up to the plate with that.
I had a dream. About your coworker the other night too. It was a positive dream though.
Okay.
Not Steve, by the way. It was a different coworker.
I'm
or boss man.
a
different coworker.
Positive. I'm all about positive dreams. That's really what I base my life on, Jay. Positive dreams.
I don't remember my dreams anymore. I can't remember them like 90% of the time.
Well, let's get into a little dig of the week now.
Let's do it.
Like I said, I didn't plan on. I've not been into being able to get into a thrift store or a record store in a few weeks, couple weeks. No, that's not true. Last week I had all them sealed records. I'm making all this shit up. I don't care if you people think I'm a liar.
You sound like me with the Roger Waters set list over here.
I really don't. But I was trying to go all week and I couldn't. I was out of town and da-da-da. So I made a special trip to go to the record store after work today.
Didn't you tell this story already?
Because I had all this, because I had all this overtime, and I'm like, damn it, I'm gonna spend some money on some stuff I want.
Yeah.
And the only thing I really want, I buy records, I buy video games. I don't really buy nothing food. That's all I buy. So I may get me a pizza pie this weekend.
Get your little.
A pops, a pizzerine, a pico.
Get your little Caesars, man.
A pee-poo.
Bibbidi boppity boo.
Pee-pop. Pizzerine. So I went up there. Did you bring some dig of the week stuff?
A few.
Okay.
I brought my most recent digs.
Okay. Talk about some of
Well,
them.
let me preface this by saying I can't remember if I ever showed these on air before.
It's possible. We don't have good memories here.
I went back and looked at the archives for the last couple months. I hadn't seen them. So.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Well, if not, then fuck it, man.
Yeah.
It's my show, and I say you can do it. How about that?
I got this for $1 just because it was $1. It's Madonna. Don't Tell Me. It's the single.
When is that from?
Oh, it's pretty within 10 years.
Really?
Yeah. But it's like the blue vinyl
that's cool.
single. It's really cool. I'm not a big Madonna fan, but for $1, how often do you see something like that?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
So, and I'll probably never listen to it, but kind of like that Kid Rock record I got.
Yeah. Okay.
No, seriously, you know about
what?
the Kid Rock test press?
Oh, that's right.
That I bought from your guy. I've still never even listened to that thing.
Ball with the ball, the bang, the dame, dig it.
Yeah, I've got some Kid Rock test pressing record that I've never listened to.
Up jump the boogie, Jay. Let's shoot
test
it.
presses are pretty
Yeah, or we could still shoot it with a shotgun.
It might be worth a little something. But then you mentioned Wish You Were Here. I brought that.
Yeah.
Hadn't really listened to it in a while. I listened on MP3 last week. That's what made me think of it. I haven't listened to the record in a while. So.
We were talking earlier now about sound quality.
Oh, yeah.
Jay says the best sounding records, in his opinion, come from
the 90s.
The 90s.
Early to mid 90s.
Early to mid 90s. As an example, something I'm not a big fan of, but
the Aerosmith, like the Alicia Silverstone video era.
Yeah.
Was early to mid 90s.
Is that Pump?
No, that was
that.
Big Ones, I think is what they called
Big Ones, that's it.
And it was like a half greatest hits, half new stuff or something like that.
You're saying the production on that record?
All the new songs
were...
Well, you could tell, though, the new songs were recorded at different studios, but there's one, like the Deuces Are Wild song's the best sounding song on there.
Yeah.
It's a country sounding Aerosmith.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Melody,
but
it's a great fidelity, song.
And you're saying things from that era they had kind of figured out.
I think.
You think it plays into it that's like our era of rock and roll?
That's ADAT. Is that ADAT?
I love ADAT. 5L's did some ADAT stuff. Or do you think it's kind of tied to the fact that that's our era of music, and to us that's what rock and roll sounds like?
I don't have any. I'm not talking about the riffs and the chords and all that. I'm talking about the quality of the recording.
Quality of the recording. Do you think but to us though, have we had that because of that style of recording? Well, is that been ingrained in us? That's what rock and roll sounds like.
I don't know. I mean, that's what was in at the time.
I don't know the answer either.
That's what was in at the time.
Yeah.
Because mastering houses could have been doing things a certain way with new equipment, maybe like technology or something like that, and maybe that's the kind of the sound that was produced most. And some sounds like shit still, but I listened to White Zombie. I was telling you before.
Yeah,
that's the first
White Zombie.
It wasn't the first one, but it was the first commercial one.
Right.
That one with Thunder
Kiss,
Mhm.
1965.
That's a great sounding record when you listen to it like through good headphones.
And that's kind of that same, yeah, that's
That's
I had that
early
CD.
90s.
It's a great
That was
sounding
my
record.
first real rock show.
With Pantera.
No, Prom was supposed to open, and they didn't.
Step your fingers. Snap your
A band
neck.
called The Obsessed opened,
Okay.
which they're still around, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair enough. You me do one?
Yeah, go ahead. I only got 3 more.
So I went up to Underdog Records this afternoon and had in mind, since I'd done a lot of OT this week, I'm like, I'm gonna buy me a new record.
Oh yeah.
I spent a little bit of money.
yeah.
I don't care. I got some money to play around
yeah.
with. A lot of overtime. 3 weeks in a row, I've had a lot of overtime. But of course, I'm gonna go through the recent arrivals and the used, and I'm blah 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 blah, and I found all this stuff, and all this stuff came from that. I didn't buy no new records. I saw this.
You got me there.
When I saw this in there, I knew that cover. This is the collaboration that Sun did with Ulver, 2015, 2014, 2012, sorry.
Sun did with who?
Ulver. Now, began in the 90s. Stephen O'Malley from Sun interviewed the dude from Ulver for a lot of different things, and they ended up getting together and collaborating on this project. So it's like drone metal and weird experimental, I don't know what you would call it.
Mm-hmm.
He said it took a long. O'Malley said it took a long time because they don't live in the same country. For a while, it wasn't a priority, they said, but they really enjoyed each other's company.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we enjoyed the music, but it wasn't like the new album of either band. It didn't have the urgency to it, so they were kind of like taking their time doing it. Also, I think the music, the pacing, and the feeling of the music itself kind of suggests that too. That's pretty cool, I think. It kind of, he's saying the sound of the record kind of reflects the process and the mentality of them sitting down, or not sitting down, in this case, to do the record. There's no sense of urgency or like, oh shit, hurry up, the record company makes us one. And it's not like our new release that's coming out, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We just get together and kind of put this out.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's kind of described as, I think, 3 improvisational pieces that they do on this.
Kind of like
not for everybody. It's very out there, spacey,
desert
ambient.
sessions, kind of.
Yeah, but this is bonkers. Like,
I'm talking about just getting together. And
yeah,
recording something.
it's not for everybody, but it's something I entertained the idea of purchasing way back when it came out.
It's not for everybody, but it's for anybody.
Exactly. And, all gave some, but some gave all.
Don't break my heart, my achy breaky heart.
So it's a cool record. It's one that's been on my radar for a while, but nothing I was going to pay a lot of money for, and it was cheap. It was a cheap.
How much you spend for that, Mike?
$7. It was a $7 record.
Oh, for a new record, that's good.
That's not a new record.
But I'm talking about a pretty new record.
2012. And I knew it's something like, oh, do I want to go spend $30 on that sealed? Hell no. Would I buy that for $7 used? All day long. All day long. That's less than most big time hamburgers nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And you shit them mugs on out.
As long as it plays, I mean, we were talking about it before the show started.
Yeah.
So as long as the record plays, I ain't gonna buy the $20 version over the over the $1 or $2 version.
Yeah. Do at least one.
Okay. We played this one. This was Kiss, Hotter Than Hell.
Yeah, that was a good record, man. I like that.
Yeah, and this is a very, very, very clean. As you know, I'm a huge Kiss fan, and this is a very, very, very clean copy, like a second press. It's still the blue Casablanca.
It seems
blah 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 nerd stuff.
From my experience, Kiss records are kind of like funk records. Is you rarely find them in good shape. They've been partied to for sure.
Yep. And so probably
Kiss records have been partied.
Probably blow done off of them at some point.
Yeah, right.
And but yeah, and this is a very, very, very clean record though, and that's why I bought it, because I had a copy that was a. You want to hear a quick story, actually?
Sure, Jay.
So in 2000, I saw Kiss on the farewell tour, and I was dating a girl that lived in Asheville, my future wife. And
living with her?
Yeah, in Asheville, in sin.
Okay.
And all. But so Kiss was coming to Greensboro on Saturday night, and I wanted to go to this. It was a sold-out show, by the way. So I went on. Where did I go?
Napster.
eBay.
Napster.com.
eBay to buy tickets, and you can't scalp tickets, of course, but you can sell the ticket with something else
Oh.
and charge more than face value.
Oh, I see.
And so it was a pretty,
I don't think I realized that.
somewhat hard to get ticket. So my gift,
I don't like how this is gathering around my neck.
yeah, we'll rip it. Just
No,
rip it.
it's because of the microphone.
And my gift was a first press Hotter Than Hell. Now, this is back in 2000 though, so
Wow.
records like it was like, oh, it's just a record. I'm gonna get rid of it.
Holy shit.
It was a first press Hotter Than Hell. Well, I kept that underneath my bed until like last year when I found it, and it was like just warped to hell.
Really?
Yeah, from the like position it was laying in.
That sucks.
Like it was laying on top of something else and kind of like folded over or whatever, and
That's a shit.
but I kept it and it won't play, so I, bought this one.
And this one is a reissue or
No, this is original.
That's
Second
a
pressing.
OG.
Second pressing for all you Kiss nerds out there.
Whoa.
So
That's
yeah,
pretty cool,
and
man.
you said do more than once. I'll do this one.
Yeah, do one more. I
This
guess.
is on the Kiss tip. I may have talked about this before, but Lick It Up. I bought.
Yeah,
We played it. We played this.
Yeah, I seem to recall this.
But I don't think I talked about it on the show. But this is the one and only with the Vinnie Vincent before he turned to a woman, and so it's. He really did.
Did he really?
That's the word. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were being facetious.
He's the one I told you I want to find because like he's a recluse that like.
we found him. Want to find him.
Yeah,
I
he lives
found
in
him.
Nashville area,
Yeah,
and,
Tennessee.
but nobody can find
No,
him.
Knoxville, wasn't it?
I can't remember, but yeah,
We found him.
But I'm talking about nobody can lay eyes on him.
Oh, we'll put eyes on him, Jay.
So
Let's make a documentary.
yeah, but Lick It Up's not a bad record. I mean, it's the first of the non-makeup Kiss, but Kiss had some good stuff without makeup. So I mean, it's an '80s.
I don't know nothing about it.
It's
I remember listening to this and enjoying it.
It's an '80s hair metal record. I mean, you're not going to
Okay.
be blown away by it, but
Yeah.
it's not like turn it off type music either. So.
Right.
Okay. So I got one more. Whatever you want me to
Well,
do.
Jay, you like stoner metal, right?
I do.
You ever, you like Red Fang? You ever listen to Red Fang?
Heard you talk about them.
Red Fang has popped up in a lot of playlists and different things that I've listened to when it comes to stoner metal.
Is this one of your tank bands that
Tank?
like your game that you play
No,
and they come
no.
up on there from
Yeah,
time to time?
yeah, they do actually. When I do some certain playlists and stuff on Spotify when I'm playing games on the PS4, so I got the music over the game. Red Fang comes up. It comes up with this and that. I've never been really, really blown away by them, to be honest. I've listened a few times and been like, "Oh, that's pretty good. That's good. That's good music. That's a good rock record for sure." But I've never been like one of those like, "Oh my God, Red Fang, the record coming out." But I've liked them. And today, for the first time, I saw used Red Fang records, and so this one.
Now, what year are they? Like
Newer.
Oh, 2010.
This is the second Red Fang record. Came out in 2011 on Relapse. It's called Murder the Mountains. Actually, hold that up and then pull it out and mess with the cover. You'll see second studio album released in 2011. The song number 13 is featured in the 2011 music game Rocksmith. The song Wires was played in the episode of the Canadian show Todd and Pure Book of Evil. A couple of videos for Wires and Hank is Dead. You see how it's got like that die cut cover that kind of fits into that shit?
Well, it looked old. That's why I asked if it was.
Yeah. So they're kind of tuned down. They've got more of an edge to them when you say stoner metal. To me, they have a lot more of an edge to them than a Caius or definitely a Queens of the Stone Age or even like a Truck Fighters or something like that, or Clutch even. They're very they can be a little pensive sometimes, a little aggressive on the vocals. So the vocals is really what's held me back from Red Fang at times, but I still like the band, and that was a good deal, and so I picked that up. Yeah. Also in there was another Red Fang record, and I took it down. This is the next one, the third one, which is called Whales and Leeches, also on Relapse. Very cool cover. And this one, you can see.
I see, yeah.
We'll see what the gatefold looks like. Oh, Hold that guy up while I pull that out, and then I'll hold it behind you. Pretty cool. Show the cover and all that if you want. And wasn't sure about this one, you know, before I pulled it out, and took it down to the listening station at Underdog Records, and really enjoyed this one. Nice red vinyl, cool cover, nice gatefold, good rock record. The only problem was
It was $40.
let's see. Let me see this. Probably can't tell, but it was warped as hell. Not that where it affected play.
You knew that before you got it?
No. Well, I took it down to the listening station because I was probably going to buy. I'll just tell you these Red Fang records were $10 a piece. Okay, so that's at a price, and I'm like, all right, I'm not going to spend $30 on these guys, but $10. I'll at least think about it. Maybe I'll get one of them. And so I go down and I'm trying out. I'm going to pick which one of these two Red Fang records I like. I put this one on the table, and I mean it's warpy dorping when I'm playing it. It doesn't bounce the needle to where it affects it. Also, I mean, to be fair, I'm not going to spend $10 on a warped record. So I went back up to Jonathan who runs Underdog, and I'm like, hey man, I was like, I hate to tell you, this shit's warped. He's like, oh man, are you kidding me? And he kind of put it to the side, and I was like, I'd still maybe be interested in buying it, you know, if. And I kind of like, if, you know, yeah.
If the
So he's like, I mean, I don't know, man. I can do it for like half price. And I'm like, okay.
deal.
So I got that Red Fang record for $5. So, okay. All right. And like I said, it doesn't affect play at all. And so I was pretty stoked about that. Some great records. I'm really stoked to play here on the show. Jay, you got something else?
I got one more.
Okay. Do yourn.
This was a lifelong pickup, revolver,
Oh, okay.
and this is a 2012 maybe.
One of the stereo reissues.
Yeah, Parlophone mono. That's
Okay.
mono reissue.
It's a mono reissue?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, but I saw this at the record store, and I saw the price, and I looked at the record, and I'm an honest guy at the record store. Like, I'm not going to jip them on anything. I was like, is this the right price? And this record's like, you saw this when I got it. It's like brand new,
Yeah.
and it was $6.
Wow.
And I know we don't like to talk prices on this shit.
Right.
But that's a hell of a deal for that's like your records, you know.
Yeah.
So this is revered in a lot of people's eyes as like the best record ever made. You know,
It's
a lot
up
of
there,
critics
man.
or whatever. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't even listened to it yet. I've had a couple months now, and haven't
But
even
you've heard
put it on.
Revolver, though.
Most of it. Let's see. What have I ever heard? Never heard anything on here actually.
What?
No, I have heard.
Come on, Jay.
I've heard a lot of that. So.
And so part of the collection that I kind of got into up at Underdog, I think all the ones I bought was from the same guy that brought shit in. And this same guy also brought in some live High on Fire stuff, Sleep that was gone by the time I got up there, and some other stuff. So I got that Sun and Ulver, the two Red Fangs, and actually the first thing I saw when I went in there, and it's a first for me for this band, Mastodon, Crack the Sky. A lot of people say one of the best Mastodon records of all time. It's got VG on it. I don't know, man. This is the 4th studio album. This is one of the ones that people really say, I mean, really defines what the band is. Really excited to have this and play this. I've been wanting some Mastodon in my collection for a long time. I really enjoy the band. I listen to them digitally quite a bit. And I used to see the records around for not much money, and then I would opt to buy other things instead. So I'm glad I finally pulled the trigger on that.
Like some Gloria Gaynor or something like that.
Oh my God! So I'm really stoked, and we're gonna play some of that shit directly. And that's the kind of shit we got for Dig of the Week.
Oh yeah,
Almighty.
Big time.
You know what? I didn't even bring in any commercials. So Jay, tell us a story while I bring in some commercials live here.
Sure. So let me we can talk more about the United Lawn Dart Federation. That I'm starting
do
off.
it.
So the meeting with NBC, basically, we talked about a 2-year deal.
Right.
In a spring type league. We didn't want to put it head to head with football.
That's a
on
good
Sundays.
That's a good play there.
They know the market a little better.
Right.
So we talked about that.
That's probably the best thing to do. When you really get down to it, and you really want to know the best way that you can ever really keep your business model, it's secular. What it is, it's going to come back around.
Well, they came to New Texas from all across the galaxy. Some good, some bad, mostly bad. It was rough, really rough. I mean, they needed 1,000 lawmen. They got one. But he was enough. You might have heard of him. Brave Star.
Brave Star, weekday mornings at 6:30 on TV 21.
You know what happens when a house catches on fire? It fills with suffocating smoke. But luckily, every room in your house has a crawlway about knee-high where the air is good. So by crawling, not running, out of a smoke-filled room, you breathe the good air down here and not the bad smoke up there. So remember, if there's a fire, use that crawlway. It's the best way out of a hot situation.
Hey, mate, what do you do when you're surrounded by crocodiles? You run, you slide, you hit the bump and take a dive. It's Super Crocodile Mile with a high-speed air cushion bodyboard and super drencher spray. But watch out for the crocs. You run, you slide, you hit the bump and take a dive. Super Crocodile Mile with air cushion bodyboard and super drencher spray from Marchon.
Yeah, but that Joe's Sergeant Slaughter. He's joined the G.I. Joe team. So we're celebrating by giving away Sergeant Slaughter action figures. But you can't buy them in stores. You've got to earn them. Here's how.
Collect 5 Sergeant Slaughter certificates or call the number on the certificate, and Sergeant Slaughter will tell you how to get in on the action with only 4 certificates. There's a $1 handling charge. See details in specially marked packages.
G.I. Joe. Nobody takes on Cobras better than Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah, but that...
In 3, 2, 1, ring.
News Department.
Hello, I have a newsworthy new product that solves a serious problem in male-female relationships.
Like an advice column.
No, a new product, a toilet seat putter-downer.
Well, let me write this down. Did you say toilet?
Yes, putter-downer. See, it lowers the seat when it's been left up, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
It's a simple device that's easy to install and works every time. It collapses when the seat is raised so the seat stays up. Then in about 5 minutes, it refills with air and lowers the seat. Putter-downer is also a safety device.
You mean like for small children or pets?
Well, yes, but it's really for the male who accidentally leaves the seat up. Put accidentally in there by accident.
Grown Man Reckon ought to be back in a minute. Stick around.
All right, thanks everybody for sticking with us on Grown Man Record Night. We've had a big old time this evening on the night I didn't plan on being really having a show. Had some talked about some great music, some great insight on just humanity in general. Then we got into some great digs that we picked up this week. Now it's time to get into a little so to speak.
Oh, breaking news, by the way.
What happened?
Just in.
This just in?
Yeah.
I don't have the breaking news graphic
No,
in.
don't worry about it. Our friend Mike Ellis is getting married.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's already been married.
It said engaged. So
Engaged.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold
To
on a
the
second,
that
make sure
same
that
girl?
I'm not sure that was this year.
That same girl? Well, you want to say,
The bodybuilder, yeah.
yeah, all right. All right, so to speak. Let's get into it. Pull this.
Apparently Mike Epps is a big Steve Harvey fan.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. Pull this out of the drawer. A little cachet of sodas we got in here. It's one of these Mountain Dew Spiked, which is not a alcoholic
As long as they
thing.
don't take up our space on the shelf, then I'm okay.
No. Mountain Dew Spiked. It's not an energy drink.
I battle those every day.
It's not an
They're
energy
in
drink.
the energy section.
Oh, okay. Spiked with prickly pear cactus juice. So interesting. I don't understand what this is. Let's see. A splash of real fruit juice spiked with prickly pear cactus juice. No artificial sweeteners. This is how Dew does raspberry lemonade. So it's their version of raspberry lemonade with
And the spike thing is the prickles of
the prickles of the pear. All right.
What's it done? I'll call it.
I like it. My only gripe would be it's just 4 or 5 shades too tart for me. Let's hold that guy up if we can.
It's a hair tart.
To me, it's a.
Not bad though.
No, it's not bad. It's refreshing.
It's not a palate killer.
You can hold it up there for a second. Everybody get soaking
You
in.
probably get this at any convenience store close to.
I don't know, man. I've not seen this around.
Yes,
You've seen it around a lot? Well, you're a beverage guy.
Oh, I don't have a mic on either. So.
What happened to it?
I left it when I got the soda.
Oh. Everybody's going to be griping. A lot of gripes.
Yeah, sorry. I see that out in the field pretty regularly.
Okay. I'm not opposed to this.
It's not bad. First I've had of it. I don't buy competitors' products that often, Michael.
Would I want this with a?
But I did quit my job though, so it doesn't matter. I can
Yeah.
do that now.
Would I want this with a burger and fries? No. But by itself, it's not a bad soda.
It's a good. You could take it on your deck and drink it on a Saturday afternoon. You know?
I could say it's refreshing. Yeah.
Like a lemonade-ish type of.
In a lemonade kind of way,
Yeah.
for sure. But that's what we do here on Grown Man Record every Friday night. We talk about how life ends up working out. And that's just how shit goes down, man. So let's get out of the soda speak and we'll
Let's
go.
say the first person to call me at 336-579-8224 right now. All right, we're going to send you something. Call.
Okay.
Yeah, call.
Oh, you gonna say the number again?
336-874-8442. All right, call
Okay.
right now.
Call right now, folks. If the phone lights up, you're getting something. Do we
Just waiting.
do we wait? Do us?
We'll do the chips and then
We'll do
we'll
the-
see.
do
We'll
I
see.
wait?
Maybe somebody
All right.
call.
Let's get into chip chat. Now Jay picked this one off the shelf. I think would this come from Bossman or from up in Tennessee?
I have
think.
no idea.
I think that's what
I've seen the
Steve
brand
said.
around, though,
Yeah,
so
Larry the
it's-
Cable Guy. You guys all know this douchebag. A lot of chips. We've done some of these in the past.
He's not a
Tater chips.
douchebag, man. He's just doing the right thing.
And from Iowa.
No, Nebraska.
Nebraska. So these are chili cheese fries, tater chips. So we'll give these a go. Let me read what's on the back here. Wimpy flavors are for sissies. These flavors will knock out your snack cravings like a cop kicking down a trailer door.
What?
Shoot, they are so good, I'd save yourself the trouble and grab a second, third, or fourth bag right now. That's good promotion right there.
Well, somebody did. You know. We got
I
another
picked
bag
out
over here.
these here flavors just for you. Now, what in the world are you waiting for? Get her done.
I'm willing to bet you a lifetime salary that he didn't write that himself.
Probably not. So it's a chili cheese chip.
Nobody's ever done anything like that before, have they?
I don't know.
Fritos?
Chili cheese chip, though.
Yeah, but it's got to be similar.
Oh.
Similar idea. I mean,
Okay. Show that on the back. We're supposed to get her done. You show that?
Get her done!
Uh-huh. Get her done, folks. I like these a whole lot.
Oh, who produces these?
Frito-Lay?
Shearers of Ohio.
Shears, an Ohio company.
So they're made in America. That's good.
Oh, look, there's a soda. It's like purple. Kill the rest of it.
There you go.
That's a good chip, man.
Not bad.
I think some of the other Larry the Cable Guy stuff I'd gotten before has been a little on the stale side. These seem pretty fresh for
It's a barbecue baconish.
good flavor. I taste chili cheese. It tastes like the chili cheese Frito flavor over like a Lay's chip.
Mm-hmm. The geniuses over at Shearers definitely nailed that one, huh?
They know what they're doing, Jay. They know what they're doing, and I'm not mad at them for doing it.
God bless them.
God bless them. We've had a big time here on the program this week. You know, these are all going to end up on the YouTubes.
We'll cut the bad stuff out,
but we ain't gonna cut nothing out. But we appreciate everybody for joining us for a big old time on a Friday night where we're gonna just where we have just tons of fellowship and good times, man. It snapped me out of a bad. Call me,
people.
I was in a bad way. And record night pulled me right on out of it. A couple cold beers, some hot records, and it pulled me right on out of it. And I'm always appreciative of record night for doing that for me.
I'm still waiting on someone to call.
There ain't nobody calling you, Jay.
No, if somebody wants something, call me.
We're on tape delay. We're in the mountain time zone over here in the studio.
Don't a lot of people.
Mountain time zone. If you guys can tell by my hat, I work for Carl Jr.
So or you drive a NASCAR, one of the two.
A napkin car. So anyhow, we appreciate you joining us. For Jay DeKurbis, I'm Mikey Bananas. We'll catch you hopefully next week with a brand new episode of Girl Man Record Night. And until then, you guys just enjoy your life, and you can kiss my grits. You can just fuck right on off.
That's right.